There's all sorts of ways that the powers that be out there in the world are trying to slow down EV adoption, because you remember the $7 billion that didn't get paid to the oil companies.
Exactly. There's, of course, the constant FUD articles and the news stories in the mainstream media.
There's also the tricks that the federal, state, and local governments can play when oil and gas lobbyists get their way.
Case in point, let's turn our attention now to the state of Tennessee, where they just doubled the EV registration fee from $100 a year to $200 a year.
Why'd they do that?
Well, as you know, EVs don't pay for gas, so they don't pay the gas tax, and that's just not fair.
But hang on, an average gas car in Tennessee that drives 15,000 miles a year would pay about $100 in gas taxes. So I get the $100 EV registration fee, but why double it to $200? That means that now EV owners are going to be paying twice what an ICE car owner pays.
Tennessee isn't stopping there. The fee is actually going up to $274 a year in 2026.
What's the reasoning for that?
Inflation.
Inflation? There's going to be 37% inflation in Tennessee in the next 2 years? Are they like making their own currency that they don't expect to do very well? Or is the gas tax in Tennessee going to go up 37% as well?
No, because the gas tax in Tennessee has not been indexed to inflation. In fact, the gas tax in Tennessee lags well behind inflation. So here's a chart of Tennessee's gas tax rates starting in 1923 when they first started. As you can see, in 1923, it was 2 cents per gallon.
Which must have been like $40 today. Okay, so then I see that it went up to 3 cents in 1925, so just 2 years later. 5 cents in 1929, 7 cents in 1931. Oh, wait. Then it didn't go up again until 1981, 50 years later?
Mm-hmm. When it only went up 2 cents, from 7 cents a gallon to 9 cents, which did not reflect inflation.
So today in Tennessee, the gas tax is 26 cents per gallon, plus a 1.4 cents petroleum fee. So effectively 27.4 cents per gallon. That means that over the past 100 years, Tennessee's gas tax went from 2 cents per gallon to 27.4 cents per gallon. So what does that work out to in average percentage increase per year?
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. 0.15%.
Okay, now historically, what was inflation during those 100 years?
It averaged 2.93% per year during that period.
Okay, so let me get this straight. In 1923, Tennessee thought that it was fair to charge 2 cents per gallon of gas to help pay for the roads and bridges, right?
Right.
Okay, so if I had $100 in Tennessee back in 1923 and I put it in the bank with an interest rate of 0.15% per year, what would that be worth today, 100 years later?
You'd have $121.36 in the bank.
Okay, now if I put $100 in the bank in 1923 with an interest rate that kept up with inflation, so 2.93% per year, what would that be worth today?
$1,852.
Are you kidding me? The oil and gas lobby basically gave ICE car drivers in Tennessee a subsidy of 1,426% off the gas tax for the past 100 years. But now Tennessee wants EV owners to pay an EV tax of $200 a year and then 37% more in the next 2 years. What the
Yeah, and the real joke here is that the wear and tear on roads and bridges comes from giant diesel semi-trucks that weigh tens of thousands of pounds. This is what damages infrastructure way more than passenger cars. And EVs aren't polluting our air like ICE cars are. According to the American Lung Association, if we replaced all the ICE cars with EVs, we'd have half the pollution-related deaths and 35% reduction in asthma attacks.